Today I'm going to break down a free offensive scheme out of the Michigan State playbook. This is actually a pretty good playbook if you enjoy being under center, but we're going to be focusing on a shotgun formation, which is going to be doubles halfback weak. This formation has a lot of good run plays and good stock pass plays. So that means if you're on the road in Dynasty, this is actually a good formation to be in. If you use a custom playbook, I highly recommend adding this formation into your custom because the plays I'm going to break down for you are going to make it very easy to move the ball on your opponent. Let's get into it. The first passing play I'm going to go over is shake halfback corner. And this play is pretty good stock. You don't have to make hot routes, which makes it a pretty good option if you're on the road and stadium pulse is maxed. But I'll show you some setups with hot routes as well. So just a reminder, if you guys want additional setups for this formation, just join my Discord server. You can find the link to that in the description of the video. It's free to join. All of the extra setups are free. I just didn't want to make a super long video. So if you guys want those, go check it out. Now, when you run this formation, you of course want to have your tight end on the short side of the field. So you want your two receiver side to be to the wide side. So balls on right hash, you want your running back and your two receivers on the left and vice versa. So the first setup, just stock. I'll show you some things you can do in a second. But this is going to be pretty good against, like man coverage because of the shake route. You also get a short post from X. And that's what kind of just makes this play really good. And that was just a really bad throw. But the way I would read this, I would say just read the tight end wheel just very quickly if you want. And then I would move my eyes to the shake route and then the running back on his corner route. It's like right there, the shake and the post both got open. So I like this a lot versus man coverage. I will say if you're expecting like a cover zero, you can block your tight end just to give yourself a little bit of extra time. He's not very helpful, in regards to beating man because the wheel isn't going to separate. So if you need extra time, you could definitely do that. And that'll be fine. And then if you want an additional man beater, you can just put the tight end on a zig because again, he's not very helpful against man on the wheel, but he's helpful on the zig. So run this a couple more times. You can throw the running back corner out. Good option against man coverage as well. Do the tight end zig again. Ends up being pretty decent against zone as well. For shake halfback corner number 2, all you have to do is streak your slot receiver, which is Y in this case, and then drag your ISO receiver, which is B. So this is your final play art. And the design here is pretty much a high-low between the post and the drag. The streak is clearing out for the post, so we can kind of throw it against any kind of zone coverage. The drag is going to be open underneath a lot of soft zones. And the running back corner, it's going to separate versus man, and also he becomes a blocker if you throw the drag at the right time. So let's have a look. You're going to see right here, we do have the post. The wheel is kind of giving us a little bit of extra window for that post by pulling things to the sideline. Now, if you don't want to send the tight end on the wheel because you're worried about pressure, you can, of course, block him. It's not the end of the world if you block him. He isn't super important to what we're trying to do. It's like right there, see how the running back kind of throws a block for us? Obviously, it's not creating anything crazy as far as extra yards, but it's nice to have. So a pretty easy play to read. You're really kind of reading between two routes for the most part. I'll block the tight end here. Just show you what I'm talking about. Didn't really like the separation with the post. So I'll just take the drag as the check down. And then against man coverage, you can throw the running back corner too. That's going to be an option. Kind of a bad pass lead by me. That linebacker just dropped really far. Running back throws a block, almost throws another block. So overall, easy and effective play to run. Quick heads up, if you want full schemes, in-depth breakdowns, and weekly updates for College Football 26, check out acemadden.com. Everything's built to help you win more games, and if you use code ACE at checkout, you'll get 25% off. There's a variety of schemes for you to choose from, and the best part is when you become a member, you gain access to every scheme on the site for both college football and for Madden. So go sign up and use code ACE for 25% off. Now let's get back into the video. The next play is Salem Y Corner, and this is another play that's pretty good, mostly stock, I would say. And all you have to do for this one is stem your tight end corner all the way down. So press Y or triangle, A, hold LB or L1, left stick all the way down, and he becomes this short corner. And then just drag your slot receiver, and you're good to go. So read your tight end first. Usually you can kind of pass lead him to the sideline just as a quick throw. That's probably not going to get used either. They kind of need like a outside cornerback cloud flat or something to really prevent that throw. Like right here, that's going to get prevented. But then you have this mesh concept underneath between the running back speed out and the drag. And the dig is kind of pulling soft zones up. So there's usually some good rack opportunity for the running back or the drag. Usually the running back, I would say, because he's going to the wide side. So just read your tight end first. If you like him, you can throw him. He's going to outrun zones to the sideline pretty frequently. Like right here, you can even throw that. I know it looks scary, but it's not going to get picked, I promise. Just be on the lookout for outside cornerback cloud flats. Right there, I actually wouldn't throw him. But there's a running back speed out. This might be an outside cornerback cloud flat here. Okay, it is. Read between this drag and the running back speed out. I know it's nothing flashy, guys. It's just a good setup in general, though, because people love to play soft zones. They aren't custom stemming their zones down. So you're going to have the drag or the halfback speed out. So for that reason, it's going to be good. You're going to get positive gains, get the ball out of your hands very quickly. Against man coverage, you can obviously throw the tight end corner. And I have an additional setup in the Discord server for this play. So make sure to join. But that's going to be Salem Y Corner. Next up, we have Sail Dig, which is a pretty good play stock. But I'll show you a setup that does involve at least one hot route. So we're going to start by putting the tight end on a curl and then stem him up twice with the D-pad. So press Y or triangle, A, LB, and then up on the D-pad twice. And he's going to run about 20 yards. And then with the second adjustment, you can either stem down this dig so he becomes kind of like an in route, or you could just put him on an in route. Just kind of depends on if you're getting limited by stadium pulse or whatever. But start with this with your eyes on the flood side. So the running back, speed out, and see if you like either one of those. And if you don't, then you just move your eyes to the curl and the in route. But this is an easy play to read. Against man coverage, you're oftentimes going to have the speed out. And if you don't like the speed out for whatever reason, you have the curl. The stemmed curl is just like one of the best routes in the game that a lot of people still don't use for whatever reason. Like right here might not work too good. Actually, it does. I was just worried because he was trailing by so much. He might have kind of face guarded him, but he didn't. You can, of course, throw the in route. Running back was also open. I will say the running back isn't the greatest throw ever. He doesn't run out super quickly. The rack is going to be limited, but he's a good kind of like pull route. As you can see, the curl is going to be open against man all the time. So is the speed out. The speed out from Y is actually quite good. Bad throw. So what I want you to pay attention to on this play is the slot cornerback. So this guy right here. So you're going to see he's oftentimes going to get a jam. And when you get the jam animation, you can throw the running back immediately. But sometimes he's going to come and play that running back very aggressively as soon as he's done with the jam. And that's where the speed out's going to be open. So it kind of tells you which guy is going to be open depending on what that slot cornerback is doing. So just pay attention to him. It's like right here. We're going to throw it to the running back. In route becomes a nice blocker for us. And we just got like 20 yards off a simple check down. Last time. There's the speed out. And lastly, we have PA deep post. And this is a play that I have quite a few setups for. So you definitely want to join the Discord to get the rest of those. But I'm going to show you two of them. So what we're going to do for this one is stem up the kind of hitch from X twice. Actually, let's do 3 times like that. And then stem Y all the way down. And then we'll drag the tight end and then block the running back. And make sure we have base protection too. So this is your final play art. You're going to start by reading the stem down short corner. And then if you like it, you can hit it. If you don't, you're going to move your eyes to the drag and the backside post. Sometimes the curl is going to be open too. So let's try that again. There's the stem short corner. So we kind of have this flood concept going on. You know, you just have the tight end drag serving as the flat route. You can throw this as a backside option. That's probably not going to get usered. The user is going to oftentimes be focused on the tight end drag. So this is probably some form of maybe cover 2 man. We'll see. It's some kind of man coverage, but you have this backside angle post. Very helpful. And this curl is throwable too. Don't forget about this curl, or the stem hitch, I should say. Like that. That's why we use the curl instead of the streak. Gives you an extra option against both zone and man coverage. Last time, there's the stemmed short corner. And for the final passing setup, I'm going to give you guys a cover 3 bomb that you can use. It does work against cover 4 quarters as well. It does take a lot of time and a lot of hot routes, but just wanted to give you guys a bomb to work with. So we're going to put X on a comeback. We're going to stem up the corner route 4 times with the D-pad. So it looks like that on the left side of the field. And then the rest of the play, it's kind of up to you. I will say that my recommended route combo is going to be drag your tight end, return route B, and then post your running back. I actually think the post is quite good because it does hold the middle third away from the corner route as well. And you need a lot of time to hit this, but as you can see, we get a same side bomb like that against cover 3. And, you know, the user's probably not going to see that coming. He's going to be so worried about the tight end drag, the halfback post, even the return route, that he's really not going to see this coming unless you use it on him multiple times. So that's going to be a pretty good cover 3 bomb. And then I do believe it works against cover 4 quarters. We're going to have a quick look at that. He's going to win on the break against this quarter. So this is match. Let's go ahead and spy these guys just so we get enough time. Okay, so on the break, he should win because we get a sharp corner. So against cover 4 quarters, probably we'll get a touchdown as well. Let's go ahead and shade down cover 4 quarters, and we'll see how this does. This one might not separate. We'll see. Okay, so this kind of separates too. I actually want to have one more rep on that because I think with a better throw, that's going to actually be throwable. Sorry for kind of labbing mid-video for you guys, but really want to make sure we have this. Okay, so that's kind of a scary throw. The outside quarter is getting back pretty well. But against match, that's going to be very safe because the outside quarter is going to bite on the comeback, and you just have to beat the safety on the break. So overall, this is a pretty good same side bomb against cover 3 match, and cover 4 quarters. Now let's briefly talk about the run plays, RPOs, and gadget plays found in doubles halfback week. So the only RPO that is worth using is RPO alert bubble. And this does have a pulling guard on it, which can be helpful for the handoff. But just read the bubble. If you like it, you can hit it. And it's as simple as that. I'm sure many of you guys have ran RPO bubbles. Here's what the handoff looks like. Does take a second, but you do get decent blocking on it. Helps that we're going towards the side that the tight end's blocking. Right there, the pulling guard does a good job. Kind of bad stick by me. But I do like the RPO bubble. Now, the other run plays, buck sweep, halfback base, I would avoid these motion plays because we don't have any pass plays that we use with it. You do also have inside zone, which is pretty standard. 0-1 trap. This is actually a unique 0-1 trap because it's not the typical blocking or the typical handoff that you're going to see. It kind of looks more like a base. And I think it's pretty good. I like it. It's kind of always been this way out of this formation too. As you can see, big hole right there. And then the buck sweep gives you 2 pulling guys. And even though we're running to the short side of the field, you can hit the edge pretty easily with the buck sweep. So this is what buck sweep looks like. It's like right there, our guard was just a little bit too slow there. But hitting the edge is decently easy with this play. Obviously it doesn't work there, but I think it's pretty good. Right there, good block by my guy. Same thing with base, inside zone. I don't need to really run that. But I just wanted to make it clear there's a lot of good run plays, usable plays in here that you can use to complement all of our passing plays. So that's going to be it for the doubles halfback week scheme. If you want the rest of the setups, make sure to join the Discord server. You can find the link to that in the description of the video. And then if you want to get better at the game and start winning more, go to acemeta.com and become a member. You can use code ACE for 25% off on your monthly membership, and you'll gain access to everything that's on the site. See you guys in the next one.